I think this draft from KT, if they get to the late game, sure, you have way better damage. You have not even more range because the Caitlyn and the Karma kind of throw it off the mobility the comp has.
Guys, as being a liability whatsoever. I think if things go wrong for Fred Brion, it happens on the top side of the map. And
unlike the play here, what we've seen, Gideon also pathing the same way to ensure safety as Umti.
yeah, here's a bit of a bait. Is Ari going to have to walk over a ward here? Let's see whether Umti makes his way in. Not going to find the stun, but Sword is here, roaming down from the top lane, and there's first blood. Angry Bee comes out.
Gideon now trying to go for a counterplay of his own. If this works, it's big, but I think Delight and Hannah, they got a sense.
Yeah, in goes Life, but Hannah, the quick fingers on that net. Absolutely amazing stuff. Flashing out of the way as well, so not going to be able to find too much here as Life's in trouble. Peacemaker, and the last tick is enough as the Ignite comes through from Delight. Damn, Fred Brion.
Oh, no.
That was very impressive. As
no.
Life is, going to walk on out of here as Umti's going to move over and Gideon has to give this up.
Agreed. And is it all over for KT? No. The amount of snowballing that we're seeing here, combined with the fact that there's a Victor Jinx in the enemy team, there are still steps to be made for Fred Brion. But this is the type of game where if they play it out carefully, very nice, they will just win with the lead that they have. As I
love it every time. Every time.
That, first of all, is really bad news. I think the itemization from KT is good into what they're facing. Kraken Slayer, as well as the Leandries, I think are both great items for the situation. But then secondly, this is Fred Brion. And if there's something they do, they're methodical.
Umti gets that control ward into the brush, and Rascal is thwarted from his attempted flank. That is a lot of damage onto Gideon as the flash immediately from Umti. Steadfast Presence comes down, Sword in a good spot to try and keep the rest of the team alive. Yeah, that Chaos Storm does not bother Lava one bit, but Rascal is going to be able to pick up the kill onto the Poppy. Gideon also slinking out of there, and Sword finds himself with nowhere to go. Man, that could have been cleaner, but KT walk away with 2 kills.
Gonna feel really good about that one, and that is important. It's Rascal really who does the heavy lifting there, being able to split them off. And
bunch of pings now as Rascal might just get face checked. Delight is going to be his target. There's the backflip, and there's the execution. The heal comes through, tanks up the Super Mega Death Rocket, does Hannah, and Rascal still wants it. Last auto going to come in as there is the tether, and Delight. I don't think that Rascal quite has enough damage as this tank Akali, and Hannah is going to be able to pick up the kill. Man. Oh, that's potentially a tilter here as the Abyssal Voyage will allow Life to get himself out of the way. Aiming, not quite going to get stunned against the wall, but Life now able to devour or regurgitate, aiming over the wall, and Life will sacrifice himself for the good of his AD carry, and that is 2 kills in challenge for Rascal's flank. And there's Aria, looks to try and get away from Sword. That is going to be the Drake take-in after a brilliant kick. Gideon setting that one up very nicely. The rest of Fred Brion, one of them going to be tanking that Super Mega Death Rocket, is now Delight having to deal with this Lee Sin. He makes it towards the back line, but he is still going to be taken down. As now Sword is being frustrating. Aria is going to get taken out. That's 2 kills for the Tank Rise as Lava's looking for his 3rd. Imagine if Tank Rise got a pentakill, it would be ridiculous, but it's not going to happen as Rascal's going to go into the Shroud now, looking to try and fight this one out against Tanner. I think he still wins it, but he's going to fall down in the end. A triple kill for the Rise, and Fred Brion will answer back.
And
I don't know why more people aren't picking it.
There are situations where you're happy to see the Shadow Flame, but this is not one of them. If you look at the amount of MR available here on Fred Brion's side...
they have more tanks than they should have!
Yes. I think Void Step value would have been great as Sword.
Yeah, we're going to try and kill the Gragas. He was thinking about flashing. Does do it in the end, as now Rascal is here. This is just Sword buying time, though. He's still not dead, as the Baron, Super Mega Death Rocket, glides by gracefully. Like, congratulations. Now the Realm Warp's there. Sword is still alive! The body slammed interrupt the backflip. Now the 5-point strike. He's got a... Oh, man. It doesn't matter that he dies.
On the enemy team,
Now we've got double Shadow Flames.
Yep.
Now Sword looking for this backline. There's the ulti. Arya left on his own. It's a good devour, but unfortunately the cask is going to bring him back as well. Aiming taken down. Delight may fall. Gideon gets into the backline as Umpty finds the stun. The Lee Sin trying to get himself out of there and does so with the safeguard. But this inner turret, it can't get itself out. It's stationary, everyone, as Fred and Brion now move this one lone siege minion towards this turret. Another 19, 18 seconds on the Baron.
In the inventory, so that's nice, but I don't know about this one, Rascal.
Yep, Lava looking to try and lock this one down onto Rascal as Sword not going to find the body slam, but they are going to be able to find the kill. There it is. One more Q is going to connect from Lava, theoretically, and then they're going to be able to grab it, but no. It's in fact going to be Sword that grabs the boot. Tower falls down on the top side, though, as Arya is able to get one back. So a fair bit of time bought by Rascal, as even the Mountain Rift makes it a little bit rough for Gideon to get over here. A lot of checking being done by Fred and Brion, as there's the Demacian Justice, but over the wall goes Rascal. Gideon dives into the pit as well, steals away the Baron, and that was a bit of a whoopsie yet again for Fred and Brion. A big old cask is there, though, as now Arya on the wrong side of this fight. Lava tanking for absolute days, but he does no damage. Sword's been in here for about 4 million years, and now Henna has to go golden. In goes Life as there's the flash. But unfortunately for Humpty, he has no health when he gets in there. Here's the Realm Warp, and goodbye Lava. He burns to death. And now Delight's going to have to get out of there. Unfortunately, Fred and Brion, no damage. And that Baron was just not it. It was for this exact moment, as now Fred and Brion are closing in. They haven't taken the Drake just yet. That's a great ulti this time, but Gideon's still here. If he's got a smite button, it's likely he can get that steal done, as Humpty going to push him into a wall that he gets over, but that is going to mean that the Drake goes over to Fred and Brion. Mountain Soul is there now, but they burst through the rise. Not so tanky now, as the Buckler not going to be able to take down Rascal. It's another kill. Henna is dead. There is no damage left for Fred and Brion. Aiming's got a double so far, and you best believe he's getting excited. They'll take down this outer turret in the mid lane, and maybe this is just game over, as Umpty gives them the thumbs up. Oh man, Sword trying to hold this minion wave, and that it might be able to slow things down, but there are a couple of minions there. They can happily tank as well. Henna, he does so much damage. As here's the ulti, not going to find too much other than some minions there, as now Aiming's going to get stunned up. Everfrost is good. Cask is going to push the Jinx all the way out of the fight, but they wanted to kill her. They don't want to get her out of here, and Aiming's now moving back. Gideon's going to get taken down, though, as now Life dives into the backline, but it's not exactly where he wants to be. It's Rascal that needs to get on top of Henna, but Henna has full health. Can Rascal do it? No, he gets booped against the wall, and that ain't going to do it for you, Life. Trying to walk this one out, and they have lost Sword. They still have tanks aplenty. It's just Henna. He's the only one you need to look out for. We're doing another Baron, though, Chronicler. I'm frightened.
This time around, though, there's no smite. Gideon is not alive. Aiming might fire an ultimate, and at this point in the game, he does an insane amount of damage. I think that's too early.
It is.
It will be. And that should be Baron. KT, you gotta go now.
Yeah, it's starting to go down, and KT need to just get themselves into a position where they can win a fight. The Baron is... Oh my god! Hoi,
Oh!
The smite's a difficult ability! I almost had a heart attack!
I'm pretty sure that
Oh my god!
Baron had a little bit of...
That was the most, like, silver platter Baron. The most silver platter Baron I've ever seen. Almost so.
Hey, Atlas, he got it. Doesn't matter.
He did.
He lost hit it.
Oh
my god. Imagine losing it there. Lava. Lava.
Gravity field goes down. He doesn't take damage. Don't worry about it, Chronicler. It's fine. Just look at Henna's health bar. See whether he stays alive. As in goes Rascal. Manages to pop the Karma. As KT taking so much damage here on the backline. Arya is going to devour the Victor, but he's now going to fall. Aiming. Still alive, though. So important that he gets the damage down, as Gideon looks for Lava now as well. Umpty over the wall, and the rest of KT now looking to see if they can go back and grab this Elder. There are still 3 members alive on the side of Fred and Brion, but none of them do damage. Apart from the Void Staff, I guess, that Lava has picked up for himself.
Fred and Brion, stop leaving Henna alone! You need him so badly!
They didn't. Do you know what Rascal did? He just killed the bodyguard first. That was his plan.
That's not the only bodyguard. Why is there not a squadron of bodyguards for this man?
Oh, I don't know.
There's 3 tanks.
Well, Lava now having to deal with Rascal himself.
Umpty's coming.
Yep, they've kept the Elder leashed as well as Rascal's buying so much time. And if he dies, it's absolutely fine. Umpty not going to be able to get into the pit. The blast cone was there, but he did not want to risk it and didn't have smite. Oh, man. As, yeah, I mean, also the rest of KT are in front of Brion's base.
The Baron recalls. They didn't go through.
Yep, Hannah, can Gideon actually get there to stop him from coming back? And the answer is absolutely yes. Gideon should be dead. Aiming's here, though. These Nexus turrets will not last very long at all. The Chaos Storm goes down. The first turret's dead. The Dragon is so angry. The backs have not come in. It's a double kill already for Aiming. And he just needs to get to work on this Nexus. It is way too easy. Life didn't need to gobble him up, but the Nexus goes down. And KT...
Well, you know who I voted for. That was not hard. But actually, Gideon in those final moments actually played it so well.
I mean, he also won every single contested smite. You absolutely love to see it because, of course, it's looking like it's Akali in the top lane. Akali's arch nemesis has always been Lee Sin. They had a truce in the last game playing on the same side, but Lee Sin's always had a pretty good time into the Akali.
It is also, without a doubt, the best Lee Sin that we have. Top laners. Not even anyone comes close.
Up until facing them. KT Rosa, let's see whether they can do it. See whether they can lock up the 2-0 clean. Nothing to see here.
As Rascal has, of course, gotten his base in. Now is the Ruby Crystal, and we do see Umpty making his way towards top.
Yeah, decent little back flip there from Morgan. Do a bit of damage as in goes Rascal. There's the Ignite. Umpty ring around the Rosie there a little bit. Doesn't quite find the stun, but does he even need it here as Rascal? Not a lot of options as far as who to safeguard to, and that is going to be First Blood going over to Morgan. Might be falling down as well, but the chains do connect, and now Morgan decides he wants to go back in. This guy's feeling himself. Man, the competition on the Frederick Breon top side of the map is bringing out the best of these two players.
Really nicely done there. Umpty with a great timer on the gank. Arya going to be able to, at the very least, pick up this wave. That's something, I guess, but already. And imagine now, if Rascal had flashed there.
Arya brings him to the turret! Oh, no! Is that the real one, though, is the question? The answer is yes, and Arya is going to be able to pick up the solo kill there. Oh, man.
Oh! Well, usually it's not the Akali in the Akali-Lee matchup that has a little bit of Lee syndrome.
Yeah, I know, right? As there's a crash down there looking for it. This is the engage that you were talking about. Explosive shot is on top of Hannah, but now they're able to turn this one around in Life. Not a lot of options walking out of this one because you walk so dang slow as Lady Mode Rel. They are going to be able to grab that kill in the 2v2, unfortunately for KT. Let's see whether Frederick Breon can challenge for this Ocean Drake, which is going to be the first of the game. Delight finds himself a grand entrance, absolutely fantastic, and I think once again, Life is just dead. Steadfast Presence will stop you from crashing down anywhere but stationarily.
They can, though.
Yeah, Frederick Breon looking for their option here as Rascal moving on in. Delight going to find so many with the quickness, but Arya makes his way out. Life as well, so much value as he stays in. Q is going to connect. There's the flash, but the Steadfast Presence is still there. And Rascal's like, why didn't he press the button? Now they've got a lot of other dashes, though, as Aiming gets himself over there. The Rift Herald was not taken.
Getting killed randomly and using his flash for questionable reasons early on.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to get this.
Realm Warp to come in as well is now Aiming, trying to rocket jump his way out. That's not how that one works.
No.
KT want to try and get their engage. If they can get the Steadfast Presence, that's the main thing. As the ulti comes through, Umpty going to get out of the pit, and they might just give this one up. Depends what the Drake is going to do. Arya dashing on forward, and now Umpty trying to just lock this one down. But it's going to be stolen by Gideon once again. Aiming able to flash his way out. There's the ulti from Gideon as well, as there's a few members inside that Realm Warp. But oh my god, the damage! It comes on through, and now Gideon at full health. Can they lock down anyone is the question. There are so many low health bars, but no one is dying. And now Gideon able to dive over the wall. Henner is so dangerous as Gideon somehow manages to get out. It's a what? 1 for 2, but the Drake goes to KT.
He doesn't know.
Friends here underneath this turret. As Q is going to connect. Over goes aiming, and Rascal, yeah, it's very difficult to hide from this this Lee Sin. That's why we call him the arch nemesis of the Akali. Aiming going to be able to grab that. It's an opportunity as Umpty. Can he win the Smite fight to deny the Infernal Soul? Infernal Soul on this team would just be so strong. Ulti comes through from Umpty, but Gideon is still here. They're trying to start the fight off rather than anything else. Is aiming, manages to get out. Oh, he tried to juke it, but he couldn't. The perfect execution comes in. Fred at Breon take the Drake. And now Rascal has to get away from the Realm Warp as well. There are so many blast cones. It's just insane. And Rascal is going to fall down. And now Arya is running for the hills.
No, nothing happening.
Yep. They are not even able to get the teleport out of Morgan either. As aiming. Oh, no. This is absolutely not where you want to be. And Steadfast Presence will say absolutely not. The Buster Shot is really nice, but ultimately absolutely useless. And Fred at Breon should be able to get themselves a Baron.
Giving here, aiming, held on to flash and to stopwatch. And didn't want to use those, but now it's up to the rest of the team. Can Gideon and Rascal find a steal here? Lava is standing guard.
Yeah, Gideon over the wall. He's swept this one out as well as Life is going to come in. Arya here at the same time, and the Rel is very, very dead. Life going to have to break his stopwatch, and the Baron is going to get stopped. We've got 25 seconds on aiming. That's not going to be enough to defend this Baron. As Gideon going to spot this ward, and Fred and Breon now know exactly where he is. And Umpty, man, that is a brave boy if he's going for yet another flip. Gideon gets into the pit. Let's see how the Hella Poppy is going to work out. The Viego's just dead though. Goodbye. Buster Shot also comes out yet again onto a couple of members, but this is how you guarantee yourself an Infernal Drake. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a game number 3. Fred at Breon with Soul, with Baron, are marching up the mid lane, and there is no aiming to stop it. Gideon not there either, and Umpty gonna flash after Arya as well. This guy straight up untiltable. Just untiltable.
Can't be done. Fred at Breon. In game number 1, they're not quite on the same page, and that is what costs them this time around. The power of friendship holds true, and it is Fred at Breon that is able to find the mid-game momentum swing and play this front-to-back team fight comp so beautifully.
Absolutely Fred at Breon. I like how we're playing bingo. Oh, that's very, very cute. Apparently, husband and wife playing bingo together. And we do have a winner, I believe. Here is the damage graph. That is a lot of tank rise damage. The game ended on exactly 40 minutes on the dot. But one POG, Delight, and then you're off doing stuff like this. Hoi. Well,
I don't want to sound like a broken clock, Atlas, but what if you had Janna? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That wouldn't get picked. And I do think Fred at Breon, honestly, take one look at the composition. It does one thing. It goes in aggressively, and then it kills you. And that's what it does. That's all it does. That's all it needs to do. And that's what it's going to do next.
And this is Fred at Breon coming off a high. They managed to get a victory, and it was clean. In game number 2, they have the momentum moving into game number 3, our final one for the week. Okay, nice little bit of damage here with the Infernum. As
like this
is going to move in. This is
probably
probably a
crash.
Perfect angle. There's the face breaker. Haymaker comes in as well as now Delight on the retreat. Henner is able to flash his way out, but that is the knock-up, and this is a very dead Aphelios. He's taken the cleanse, doesn't have the heal, can't get out. This time, Umpty is going to be able to take it. Aiming, turning up though, as here's a Destiny. Okay. They get over towards this blast cone, but Destiny's there. You can't use the brush, and there is no flash on this Aphelios. Umpty gets out. Looking for the Rift Herald. Morgan scopes it out. Lava's here as well. We do have the heroic entrance availability. Winds of War come down to set the stage for this one, as now Cuz is in trouble. Going to get knocked out is Morgan, as now Cuz is in trouble. Umpty grabs that kill. Super Mega Death Rocket flies through as well, but it's not enough, as it's even the Rift Herald secured by Umpty. He heard some people talking smack about his smites in the first couple of games, and he's like, ha ha, never you mind. Even collects the eye for himself as well.
This game can be over either way in a moment's notice, and as I say that...
Yep, going for a bit of a dive here is Umpty trying to get out of the way. Cuz flashing, gets the flash out of Umpty, but now KT have moved a long way away from this fight. Morgan cannot be here. And so now they're going to go for it. Red-White don't fight, but maybe they're still going to get away with it. And yes, they do. It is going to be a 1-for-1 for now, but you can see free hitting is Aria and the Jinx. Aiming now gets excited, and that's a double kill for the Twisted Fate. Exactly what KT needed. Life even gets away, and they'll take all these plates as Morgan. This game is looking pretty squishy right now, as there it is. Showstopper right into the back line, but there is no follow-up, and he just goes down. Henna does have Calibrum and Crescendum, but Aria looks for him, finds the gold card instantly. The cleanse is going to be there, and there's the Justice Punch onto Rascal. He takes a lot of damage here, as now Morgan trying to get the tactical sweeps in there. Umpty gets the kickback, finds Aria with it, but aiming is still alive. He gets CC'd, has to go golden. Henna not going to be so lucky, and he'll just get wiped out. Morgan now, he will eventually find the Jinx, but everybody else is dead, unfortunately. Lava, yep, the Destiny up once again, and Lava's just going to have to walk this one out. He's going to do it on his own terms, I think, but it looks like the Drake will go over to KT. As what?
Yeah.
Did he?
He teleported. Wait.
But he, like, canceled.
Hold up!
The teleport was canceled. That was very strange.
I think it was a visual bug, because he did definitely teleport until he got hooked.
Light wrapping around. I think he might think twice about going for the superplex
Morgan.
too early. Yeah, Morgan trying to get in towards that backside. He's spotted on this control ward. In fact, there's vision absolutely everywhere. Taunt only lands onto one, but Rascal takes a lot of damage. Great disengage as now Morgan trying to dive in on top of aiming, keeping him busy for now. Great knock-up comes on through as Lava is going to go golden. The Galio is doing so much work as the double taunt comes down, and I think Fred and Breon may have done it. Aiming still alive.
Aiming?
He snipes Henna on the backline, but of course, Lord Morgan is available to wipe him out after. Okay, never you mind. Not going to be wiping out anyone as, oh, the tactical sweep! And it tidies up the Jinx. He's going to be able to grab the kill here too, and Life is well and truly dead. Only Morgan reigns supreme on this rift.
Lord Morgan has done it!
Oh, nice disengage there as Morgan is going to
get the kill.
It is
but
a
who
gentleman's
cares?
agreement. I like to think that everyone has the same chance of winning this
Morgan.
game. Light looking for the superplex. Can't really do too much though. Has to haymaker early, goes golden, and that's a heroic entrance as Delight keeps himself alive. Still hasn't ulted yet either, as well as in goes the three-man taunt from Lava. This Galio has done so much work today as the superplex gets into the backline. Massive damage. The Jinx is dead. Fred and Breon, they can team fight their way out of absolutely anything, Chronicler. Rascal's the only man standing, and Morgan has something to say about it. And that is, you can go, we're going to take Baron.
It's the power of friendship. Who cares about Soul? Give me that Baron. Give me the fight. And I don't know. I honest to God, I think they might have done it. If KT can't utilize this Soul, if the engages are too good consistently.
Well, Morgan trying to clear out his flank angle. Aria looking to try and stop him. It means that he's not going to be here. Does have the Destiny, but if he's fighting Morgan, he's not going to be able to get out. Here's the Destiny now. Can Aria stop Morgan from getting in and also manage to cause a ruckus himself? Umpty has tanked this one up as Henna. He's going to take so much from the Super Mega Death Rocket. Morgan still biding his time, but they're taking so much damage. The Ocean Soul here is actually valuable, but in he goes. The Face Breaker into the backline from Delight, and now it's Morgan that's trying to get that work done. Henna goes golden as Cuz looks to wipe him out, and he will be able to take it. Aiming now in trouble as well, and the GA will go down. KT! They fell once, but they will not fall again. Aiming is even more excited than his Jinx is as they push up the mid lane.
And it was such a valiant effort from Fred and Breon. They threw everything they possibly could at aiming, but in the end, he will survive. He will persevere. And it looks like KT have done it after all, Atlas.
They have, man. KT roller coaster, that was just absurd, but they do manage to do it. Aiming Yes, he gets caught in one of those fights. And it does not happen again, and KT will be able to thwart. Let's have a look at the damage graph here, as aiming did a lot, Henna did a little bit more, but honestly, damage graphs, who cares? Look at that. Look at what happened to this beautiful gold graph.
It's a river.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by Arya and Rascal from KT Roaster. Congratulations! KT Roaster claimed a victory over Frederick Brian. Arya, how do you feel? Frederick Brian is another strong team, so we prepared so hard for the series, and I'm happy that we were able to pick up the victory. And Rascal, you are sitting on 500 POG points. You are on the best form so far. How do you feel? Well, I got 5 POGs, but I played so bad today, so I think I have to perform better. Game number 1, you guys got a huge comeback victory. You guys were behind about 9k gold, but turned the game around. How are you able to make that happen? To be honest, even though the opponents got the soul, our mechanics, individual mechanics, were still strong enough in order to turn the game around. So I've never thought that we would lose, to be honest. And I also have a question about the draft in game number 1. The opponents had Poppy, Karma. Some of the counter picks into Eclipse, but still you were popping off. How was that possible? You just gotta play well. I guess Rascal is so good that he just ignores the champion matchups and even wins against the counter draft. So we have a replay prepared to take a look at together. Let's take a look at the Drake fight around the Elder. You are able to assassinate Karma and then also the Caitlyn. So the opponents were focusing on to that objective, so I had the perfect angle to go in for that play. And that was some kind of a spur of the moment play. And we had a very interesting pick from KT Roaster. You guys let Zeri through and first picked Tristana, a champion that Gala actually played in the LPL yesterday. Why did you think Tristana has edge over Zeri? He can win lane, she can win lane, and also she can also look for some kills in the middle of the game. And Arya, about game number 3, now Freddy Brian led Twisted Fate through and locked in Galio Camille comp. T-Half is an OP champion right now, so we just wanted to first pick that, and also we did kind of expect the Camille Galio comp as well, but we were able to kind of show the best of the Twisted Fate power and close out the game. So now that we had Twisted Fates secured, we definitely thought that we had a slight edge over to the opponents. And you were playing against both Sword and Morgan. How was it? They were both good. I think they're very talented. Especially Morgan's Camille was so on point. What did you think about that? To be honest, because I roamed down on the bottom lane, Camille was able to get more gold, so she was able to exert more pressure during the team fight stage. So it was my bad for not man-marking that Camille in the team fight stage. And in the beginning of game number 3, the early bottom lane dive was so effective. Who came up with the setup? I think Rascal, made that call. He said he's gonna just give away an entire wave and go for a dive play. Rascal, tell us about that. I was winning lane already, so I had this time to actually invest down on the bottom lane, and also I had teleport available as well, so I can just TP back to my own lane. However, actually, it was too bad that the minions were actually able to get the turret. And Arya. However, in game 3, there was some fantastic play from Galio, landing so many taunts onto the opponents. Did you feel worried about losing the game? even though we lost a single team fight, we still thought that we could, you know, still have control over the game. So we just wanted to kind of focus up and stay sharp. So, you know, we could outrange the opponents, and also we could poke the opponents. And with that play, we knew that we will still have the edge over the opponents. So we just wanted to stay out of the opponent's range and also play based on the strength we had. Finally, your next opponent will be T1, the only undefeated team here in the LCK, 8-0 so far. What's your mindset heading into that series? In that telecom war, I hope I can come back stronger, play better than today for sure. What about you, Arya? T1 is a very strong team, so it's gonna be a challenge for us. But still, we're gonna do our best in order to prepare for that match and to perform well. And this is gonna be the end of the interview from Rascal, Arya, and I'm gonna pass it back to the casters. Thank you.